In calculus 1, this is what we call the limit of composite function. A composite function is a function within a function. In this question, for us to find the limit as x approaches -1, f of g, or this one, we can also call this one f of g of x, there are two ways to solve it. First way is we could find the function f of g of x in the first place, f of g of x. What do you mean by that? We mean that you're going to take the whole of the function g of x and substitute and place it in the function f of x. What do I mean by that? I'm going to replace the value of x here in the function f of x with the value of g of x, which is x squared minus 4. So instead of having f of x equals to x plus 1, we shall have f of g of x equals to x squared minus 4. So we replace the x with that value plus 1. So this gives us f of g of x is the same as x squared minus 3. Having said that, now that we have the function f of g of x, we can go back to our original function, that is the limit, and replace this with that. So we'll have the limit as x approaches -1, x squared minus 3. And therefore, the output here is, we can just plug in -1 with this function, -1 squared, then minus 3, squared, and this gives us 1 minus 3, which is -2. The second method to go about this is we could find, first of all, g of x, the limit of g of x. The limit as x approaches -1, g of x, which is x squared minus 4, is the same as, we just plug in -4 here, and that gives us -1 here. This gives us -1 squared minus 4. And that will be the same as 1 minus 4, which is -3. Having said that, now that we know g of x, then we will find f of g of x. And in this case, g of x is -3, which means you're going to find f of -3. And in the function f of x, using this function x plus 1. So instead of, we plug in -3 in this function x plus 1, so we'll have -3 plus 1, which is the same as -2. In both cases, you find that we get the same value.